should never date.
No, that's so dead wrong. Yeah. Trifling, and more trifling.
Okay.
Go Grizzlies!
I like that.
Kim Porter says she dumped Diddy.
I feel like
In a statement to the TV show The Insider, she says she decided to end what she calls her on-again, off-again relationship.
You won't believe this. Kim Porter's dad is publicly defending Diddy, even after everything that's gone down. That's right, despite all the stories we've heard about Kim's struggles with Diddy, her dad's stance might just blow your mind.
there you go. And look at left right here. And then turn it to the left, all the way down this way. And one more look here.
Jake Porter, Kim's father, has been keeping it low-key for years, but now he's stepping into the spotlight. And what he's saying about Diddy is shaking things up. As crazy as it sounds, Jake is sticking by Diddy, even after Kim's tragic passing and the drama surrounding their entire relationship. What's wild is that Kim's father is defending the same man who's been accused of controlling and manipulating her life.
I mean, this moment is special for me and my family because this is the first time, we've really spoken about what we've gone through and what millions of families have gone through.
But that's not all. There's even more to this story. It's been rumored that Kim was working on a book, a tell-all that could have exposed the darkest corners of her relationship with Diddy. But did she have time to finish it before she was unalived?
That's what happened to Kim. She died of pneumonia at the age of 47 years old. Well, guess what? It was just announced yesterday that Kim's Porter's book is being published.
Jake Porter, Kim's dad, has been around for most of the drama between Kim and Diddy. He watched Kim go through it all, the ups, the downs, and everything in between. But despite the countless rumors about Diddy's control over Kim, Jake has stayed surprisingly quiet. The wild part? He's even come out to defend Diddy in public, even after Kim's struggles were well known. So what's really going on here?
So the people haven't seen y'all in a long time. Y'all getting big. So we having daddy daycare. We taking care of the babies.
Here's the thing. Rumors have been swirling for a while now that Kim was working on a tell-all book. Yep, you heard that right. Kim was allegedly getting ready to spill the tea on her entire relationship with Diddy, exposing all the highs, the lows, and the dark stuff that went down behind closed doors.
She didn't even know who she was dealing with. She was starting to see what he was for real and no more denying it. A whole hell of a lot she saw. So everything she's writing about, like, she's kind of saying, I saw it. Like, I lived it. I saw it. It happened. This is what happened. So she doesn't really understand why that can't come out if that's what you're doing. It's very, very transparent to her and you can't fool her. And you are going to stand so noted, accountable within the next 5 months.
But the million-dollar question is, did Jake know about this book? And if so, did it influence his decision to keep defending Diddy?
He didn't get all this from his daddy because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big-time still in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy.
Because, let's be real, staying silent while your daughter is in a toxic relationship and dealing with public scrutiny doesn't exactly scream fatherly protection. Was Jake turning a blind eye? Or was he trying to shield the family from what could have been a public storm if Kim's book dropped?
See, we knew that was going to happen.
All up in the video, all on the record, all on the charts.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Diddy.
It's King Combs.
But that's not all. Jake's recent comments have raised even more questions. His defense of Diddy, especially after everything that's happened, is starting to seem like more than just loyalty. It's almost like there's something he doesn't want us to know. Could there be something deeper at play here? Something Kim was planning to expose? Now let's dive deeper into this, because it gets even crazier when we look at what went down after Kim's passing.
God, I want to thank you for waking me up this morning. I want to send this prayer out to everybody that can hear me. I've been through some dark times, and there's a lot of people out there that are in that darkness today, are in that lost place today.
Diddy's always been seen as this larger-than-life mogul, right? The flashy suits, the champagne, the lifestyle everyone's trying to get a piece of. But behind that image, some have suggested there's a different story, a darker side that many are hesitant to discuss. And honestly, it makes you wonder, was Kim just another part of Diddy's empire?
You think I could book that for like the weekend of the 14th when the soundtrack comes out? If so, bump somebody. All right, thanks. I love you, man. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh!
There's talk that Diddy's influence over the people in his life runs deep. Allegations from folks like Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright claim he's used mind games and manipulation to keep those around him in line. If true, Kim, despite being his longtime partner, may not have been spared from these dynamics.
It's a frosty right here. This thing ice cold right there. Orange slices, that's how we do our shots. Yeah. Woo!
Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has come out saying that Diddy's all about control. He doesn't just run a record label, he runs people's lives. And Jaguar Wright, well, she's been spilling the tea for a while about how Diddy keeps those close to him in check, especially women. She claims Diddy uses his fame, power, and money to manipulate those around him. And it's not just Kim who's been affected.
I wanted to ask you, can't wait to see 3 a.m.
Yes.
The controversy.
Yeah.
How can we get a tape of this?
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you. I will email it to you.
Email me the whole thing.
But wait, it's not just Kim we're talking about. Many feel there are other women who've had complicated experiences with Diddy too. Take Cassie, for example. She spent years in the spotlight as his girlfriend, and after their relationship ended, things seemed to shift in a big way. Some believe her journey reflects the challenges of navigating such a high-profile connection.
So when he was doing that, I heard he also had a young lady that was with him named Cassie that had a record out. I started hearing this record that was haunting me in the clubs, and it was, Cassie's record.
And here's what people are saying. Diddy's relationships often raise questions about power and influence, with some feeling that the dynamics weren't always balanced. While every story has its layers, Cassie's experience is often highlighted as part of a bigger conversation about the complexities of these relationships.
Final question, is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
Keep everything right here. Or right here.
There you go. That's how you do it, right?
So let's talk about the women who've been through it too, because trust me, it's not just Kim. This story goes much deeper. Kim Porter's unaliving hit the world hard. 1 minute she's active, making moves, and the next, gone. But here's the thing, there's a lot more to the story than we're being told. The official cause, natural causes, pneumonia. But for real, is that really the whole story? Or is there something deeper hiding in the shadows? The circumstances around Kim's passing have raised more questions than answers. There are rumors floating around about poisoning, and while we can't say for sure what went down, it's definitely something that's got people talking. Could Kim have been exposed to something that caused her health to crash so suddenly? The suddenness of her passing, combined with the fact that she was feeling fine the night before, leaves room for all kinds of theories.
Pencil shaving, so think of how tiny that is. And it went in through the nasal cavity, through a sniffer thing for colds or for allergies, whatever, nose spray.
And here's the kicker, the Porter book. Word on the street is that Kim was working on a tell-all book before her untimely unaliving. This book was supposedly going to expose a lot about her life with Diddy. Could this be why everything went quiet? Was Kim about to pull back the curtain on Diddy's world, and someone didn't want that out? Think about it. How wild would it be if Kim had planned to drop the truth bomb right before everything went silent?
My God, so I just finished reading Kim Porter's new book, which was released this month, and let me tell you, the amount of times that my jaw dropped to the floor, I can't even.
Diddy, of course, went into full public grieving mode. He posted tributes, sent out heartfelt messages, and painted himself as the broken-hearted partner. But if we're being honest, some fans noticed a certain vibe to it. Was he really mourning, or was he more focused on controlling the narrative around Kim's unaliving?
And make sure it gets pushed out there first, so anything that comes after will always be held in question. It's brilliant. It's great spin.
Now, let's dive deeper into Jake Porter's defense of Diddy. His stance is raising even more questions about what's really going on behind closed doors. Stick with me, because we're about to break down why Jake's comments might be more than just a father's loyalty.
And it was tampered with. So many things were tampered with. Oh my God, her phone was hijacked. She had a second phone, by the way, and nobody got that phone. That phone is hidden.
Jake Porter has been keeping a pretty low profile for years, but his recent comments defending Diddy, yeah, that's raising some serious eyebrows. Despite the mounting rumors and allegations of manipulation surrounding Diddy, Jake has stayed loyal to him in a way that doesn't quite add up, especially given everything Kim went through.
When someone cheats and they have a child with someone else, that's my boundary. That's, for me, that's where I draw the line.
So, why defend Diddy? Is it just fatherly loyalty, or is there more to the story? Some people believe Jake's silence and defense could be tied to Kim's unfinished book, which was allegedly set to expose Diddy in ways we've never seen before. Could Jake have known about the explosive details Kim planned to drop? It would make sense why he might choose to stay silent, or worse, protect Diddy from the fallout.
You know, we want to just really show the world, you know what I mean, one, how thankful we are for all of the love, you know, and support that we've got.
Here's where things get tricky though. Jake's stance could also be influenced by the deeper power dynamics at play. Diddy, with all his resources and control, has a reputation for keeping people in line, including those closest to him. Jake might have been caught between loyalty to his daughter and the powerful grip Diddy holds over those in his orbit.
When someone cheats and they have a child with someone else, that's my boundary. You know, that's, you know, for me, that's where I draw the line.
When we talk about Diddy's world, it's not just Kim Porter who's been caught in the web. Let's not forget the celebrities who were part of that orbit. Names like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and even Boyz II Men have all had their own moments tied to Diddy, and some of these connections are definitely suspect.
If albums had to be guaranteed cruelty-free, 75% of most music wouldn't even come out.
I can see that.
Let's switch gears and talk about someone else from Diddy's circle. How about Aubrey O'Day? She came up through making the band and was part of Danity Kane, one of Diddy's groups. Aubrey has been vocal about feeling controlled during her time working with Diddy, claiming that the environment wasn't always supportive. She's mentioned moments where she felt her autonomy was limited, raising questions about what it was like to be in his orbit. Then there's Jodeci and the other artists in Diddy's camp. They were ride or die for Bad Boy Records, but were they turning a blind eye to the darker side of the business? How much did they know about what was going on behind closed doors, especially when it comes to Diddy's relationships with the women around him?
The only way the family say that is because, I forgot his name, Alex Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, and besides that, how they know? A lot of stuff their mother did, they didn't know. I like to see you apologize to the mother and the family.
Speaking of things behind closed doors, Kim's book was reportedly about to expose it all. These celebrities were no doubt aware of Kim's plans to spill the tea, but what did they really think about it? Were they nervous about the impact of the book on Diddy's image? And why didn't anyone step in to stop things before Kim's unaliving? The truth is deeper than you think, and it doesn't stop with Kim. There are others who've been affected by Diddy's grip, and trust me, it's not all just glitz and glamour.
It wasn't a source of contention. We didn't get jealous of each other. It was just girl talk stuff. No, I did not become intimate with Kadada. Kimora was too jealous for that.
We've been talking about Kim, Diddy, and Jake, but what's the real deal between them? Was Jake Porter just an innocent bystander, watching everything go down and keeping quiet? Or is there more to his role in the mix? I mean, the guy's been super low-key all these years, but now he's coming out to defend Diddy. That's got people questioning everything.
Working for Diddy for 6 years trained me to have to be perfect.
Working for Diddy?
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy.
Jake's relationship with Kim was complicated. He was her father, so he was supposed to protect her, right? But when it came to Diddy, who had a history of controlling Kim and causing drama, Jake just stayed silent. But why?
If you was Diddy's PR team, the smartest thing for you to do would be create your own version of the Kim Porter book.
And then there's the potential Porter book. Kim was allegedly working on something that could have exposed Diddy's darkest secrets, but we'll never know what was inside those pages.
Oh, sis. Sorry if you make you feel.
The wild part is that Diddy has been the one in control of the narrative from the jump. From the outside, he's the grieving partner. But behind closed doors, it's a whole different story. His power to control the narrative extends to the public, and it's impacted everyone, from Kim to Jake and beyond. This entire triangle is tangled up in so much secrecy, and the truth might be way deeper than we've been led to believe.
And make sure it gets pushed out there first, so anything that comes after will always be held in question. It's brilliant. It's great spin.
To sum it up, the shocking part of this whole situation is Jake Porter defending Diddy after all that's gone down. The mystery surrounding Kim's unaliving, combined with the book that could have blown the lid off everything, has got us all wondering, did Jake really stay silent to protect his family? Or is there something more we haven't uncovered yet?
We're gonna do this one for his mother. This is the first one we did for his moms. We was thinking about her. It was like, this is always a dream of hers that we'd be on stage together, like in a big way, in such a global televised event. And I'm proud of you, boy.
God bless me so much.
What do you think, fam? Was Jake just doing what he thought was right, or was he covering up something much bigger? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to know what you think about this wild story. But hold up, don't go anywhere just yet. In our next video, we're about to expose the shocking behind-the-scenes drama between Lizzo and Lana Del Rey. You won't believe what they're hiding from the public. Trust me, it's about to get even crazier. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on the next chapter of this saga.